hasn't moved out of the way completely.
Welcome to my world, bitch!
Oh my God!
It's the five count. The five count.
Chill.
I'm Cam Manning.
I'm Toasty Walnut.
This is all purely speculation.
It's the five count. It's the five count. Welcome, Lingus Mafia. It's the five count. I'm your host, Cam Manning.
And I'm...
Let's go already.
What, you get to do a long intro?
We got 22 minutes to get this show done. We're on a time schedule.
Alright, I'm Toasty Walnut.
It's season 1.
Lingus 3.
And here's everything going down in pro wrestling. Let's get right to the show, shall we? Here is our world-renowned resident artist.
All the way from jolly old England.
Hello, hello.
You can follow this artist on Twitter at Saf's Art.
So, this week is tribute to the late, great Mae Young. Let's enjoy some art now, shall we? We watch Raw.
So you don't have to.
We watch SmackDown.
So you don't have to.
We watch NXT.
We'll cover it eventually.
We don't watch main events.
So you're on your own.
Raw starts out with Triple H and Stephanie in the ring about to welcome back the Animal Batista. And then Orton shows up. Usually Orton's promos are boring and nobody likes him, but I thought it was one of his best. Due to time constraints, here's what happened later in that segment.
Please welcome back the former member of Evolution.
Tears in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
Who in the hell do you two think you are?
Who in the hell do you think you are?
Your husband here, what does he do to repay me, to reward me for being the face of this wonderful company? He brings back the Beast, Brock Lesnar. And then what does he do? He brings back Batista. How exactly am I supposed to react to the blatant disrespect? You know what? Don't answer, because I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If I could go back in time and do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing.
Let me just tell you what is going to change right now. You're going to take the bass out of your voice real fast. You see what that is, Randy? That should look reasonably familiar to you. That's where every WWE superstar came into that arena tonight. I've put a camera back there so that you will know, when the whole world knows, when John Cena arrives here tonight, so that, Randy, you will have the opportunity to step into this ring or wherever you want to do it with John Cena and make it right.
I'm back to be WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and I am back to headline WrestleMania, so deal with it.
Batista looking as good as he ever did, all dapper and slick with his little Louis Vuitton belt. You know, he likes the good life.
And those tight jeans.
He robbed Rey Mysterio's closet with those tight, skinny jeans and shirt that barely fits. But listen, if you're going to be ripped like that, who's going to tell you anything? Punk's starting things with the Authority, and he got to go one-on-one with one of the Outlaws. They did rock, paper, scissors. They always do. And
They say Billy always loses.
Billy loses or won, which means he lost. And
Whatever.
either way. So he wins this match, and then afterwards, Kane has a little message for him.
I see why you call yourself the best in the world. And this Sunday at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, you will have the chance to prove that every number in the Royal Rumble match is drawn at random, except yours. You are the number one entrant in this year's Royal Rumble match.
Finally got to see Batista and ADR in the ring at the same time after all the smack talking on Twitter saying who's who and all this kind of stuff. So, But here's the weird thing. We're going to play this clip, and we have an evaluation afterwards.
Little bitty baby.
He had a bad arm and he wants to live to fight the Rumble. Look at this!
Oh, look at this!
Oh, look out! Batista!
Nearly 4 years since we've seen the animal unleashed.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. You know what that means? Here comes a Batista bomb.
No!
Batista bomb! Welcome back to the animal.
What the hell was that?
That, my friend, was not a Batista bomb.
That's a run-of-the-mill jackknife or power bomb.
Sid style.
Sid style, if you will, with a leg that is not snapped. The problem is here, he could not do his Batista bomb because those skinny jeans would rip and his balls would hang
Can't
out.
do the sit-down variety.
Cena shows up finally at the end of this show, and what time was it? We kept an eye on the clock. It was at 59, so he was 2 hours and 59 minutes late to work.
Well, at least he showed up in his ring gear so he didn't have to go to the locker room.
Modern day. See, you could take a lesson from this angle. He wear his thing ready to go for some action.
Got his shoulders up on that one. It just made Orton more furious. Hey. And again, we look at... Hey, there he is! He's here! John Cena is here! It's it off him. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, here comes Cena. Here comes Cena!
John Cena's here!
Where'd he go? Orton went to it. Randy Orton get in a vehicle and he's commandeered somebody's car.
Cena fights up through the stands and gets in. You know, I love that they had the crowd moved apart, right?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. They just happened to go up right through that spot though, and you see Orton gets in a car and takes off. I like that JBL says too that he stole someone's car. He jumped in the passenger side.
Who's driving? Rikishi?
He did it for The Rock, I heard. You still wearing that jersey after what happened this Sunday? Here are my quick Royal Rumble predictions. I already told you about Kane and Punk, what I think should happen there. There is a no DQ or only submission and pin for Orton and Cena. Expect bullshit. He'll kick him in the fucking... He's blasted. He can fucking stab him in the fucking head until he's unconscious. No DQ. I pin now. Reigns will break the record of Kane with that 11 guys tossed over the top. Sadly, Batista will win this Royal Rumble, and I hope I'm wrong about this. Sheamus will be back. Jake will be in the Rumble, and Goldust will throw Cody out, setting up WrestleMania. We watch TNA.
Impact.
So you don't have to. Impact this week turned into Genesis, their free-for-view. They started the show with a tribute to Mae Young. I don't know how to feel about this because it's like they're glomming on to something else. She had nothing to do with their show. You know, take a look and see what you think about what they said.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's Impact Wrestling is dedicated to the memory of the legendary Mae Young. 70-plus years in the wrestling business, and Taz, she was most definitely one of a kind.
Well, I was lucky enough in my career to get to know Mae Young a little bit years ago, and I got to say, one of the toughest broads that ever stepped foot between those ropes, but yet behind the scenes, one of the classiest, nicest ladies you'd ever could meet. I can tell you right now, knowing Mae Young, I mean, she's raising hell right now in heaven, and our thoughts and prayers are with her family and friends.
I don't know what to think about this. Are they just glomming on to WWE's thing? Because she had nothing to do with their show, so why are they doing a tribute to her?
Wait a minute. Didn't we put up her graphic at the beginning of our show?
When the show finally started, it was a disaster, and we're not even really going to show you any clips of this because it was the anti-Dixie group versus the Dixie group, and they wanted to have, it turned into a 12-man tag match, was just a cluster F of everything.
12-man tag that included ODB and Tapa.
And as Taz said, yes, it's a 12-man tag. So, I want to show you a clip that has nothing to do with this per se, but watch this clip, and then I'll explain.
Can we have some decorum, please?
The odd thing about this clip has nothing to do with what's being said or anything like this, but what's with the size of Rockstar Spud's cock? It's enormous in here, I'm telling. So let me play this again real quick and take a look at his cock. I know you're gonna, it has nothing to do with being gay. Just take a look. This is very odd. So this must be a cup because when he wears tights, there's a button in his pants, and the guy's, 5 feet tall?
Why are you looking at his dick?
What? Here's a clip I want you to see, and it is what Magnus says. Now tell me, Is he taking a shot at the WWE and Randy Orton? You be the judge.
But you may notice that I'm wearing 2 championship belts, and that's a little obnoxious if you ask me, but there's a very good reason for it.
Although Magnus did take a shot at Randy Orton with what he said in the ring, we do agree with him and get rid of these 2 belts. They said there'd only be 1 belt from now on. You'd never see the 2 of them in the same ring at the same time.
They're both ugly. Bring back the
Bring back the winged eagle, as my colleague Mr. Walnuts is trying to say. Fuck it like it. I'll save you from it. Where Mr. Anderson and Bully finally in this no DQ match. The funny part about this clip is you will see a couple things put together. We had Kennedy, as I still call him Kennedy. It's really hard not to. Anderson, excuse me, doing his mic check, and what's the other name of that horrible movie?
The Green Bay
Shut
Plunge?
the fuck up. His shitty Packer plunge is what I call it. But Bully kicks out of both of these. Bully hits him with a pile driver. Game over.
Trouble here, buddy. Oh, maybe not.
No,
maybe not.
No, hit this. Oh!
Mike Chipper.
Follow cover. Here's the pin. No! The shoulders of Anderson. No! Oh
my God.
Through the wood. Cover him. Here we go. Oh! Anderson has,
man.
and we have not seen before. Look at this.
Mess with this man's family.
Cheap shot, low blow from behind by Bully. Before Anderson put the table on fire. Oh my God!
Oh my God, what a pile driver.
Dropped him, spiked him right on his head, and Bully covers and gets the 3 in the win. Wow.
Here's my thought is, will we get in this rematch, will it turn into a flaming tables match?
Ooh.
One thing, what does DTOM mean? Because that was on the back of Anderson's ass.
I couldn't figure it out.
Don't trust our mom? The main event of that night was Sting versus EC3. Here are a couple of clips where we all just get screwed in the main event as usual because they got their own referee and it's Rockstar Spud. How many times can we do this where let's send the referee down and he's just never allowed to count, never allowed to do anything, just stand there.
Just as Sting, out of this entitled EC3. Go.
That's Rockstar Spud. Are you kidding me? I was
going to go for the Stinger splash.
Hang on, kid.
Is he going to tap? But he's on the verge. Hand raised. Oh, come on. Ready. Come on.
He's going to count. He's not.
What's he waiting for?
Well, you don't want to get fired. That's why.
This thing forcing him to count.
Oh, God.
Count what?
Oh, no. Kick out EC3.
Wait. Who's that?
Who is that?
It's Magnus. No.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
What the hell?
How many layers of this do we have to put up? And then he quick counts Sting.
Magnus, I want to fight you! I want to fight you! I'll do anything! You lost last year at Slammiversary and you gave up the right to ever compete for the heavyweight championship of the world again. I'll make you a deal. I just so happen to know that Dixie is considering once again extending your contract in TNA wrestling. So how about we up the ante? Stinger, if you win, you become the heavyweight champion of the world. If I win, I tear that contract to shreds and you're done.
Yes, I accept.
Wonderful. Because I can't wait to tear up that contract, tear up your career, tear up your life and your legacy to shreds right in front of your stupid, painted face.
So now we're going to get Magnus versus Sting. I guess they can't, there's no one else even in this company, I guess, now to do this. So how many times has Sting had a title shot since he lost something that said he's not allowed to have a title shot? But now they're saying, no, it's for your contract. And why is Dixie signing him to another contract extension when she's like, you're a troublemaker, I don't need your aggravation?
TNA logic.
Come on.
I told them never to throw out that little kid referee shirt that they had at that merch stand. They still had him. This is the perfect time to use it.
Come on, you gotta be kidding me.
No, it's really.
I'm the official. I'm the official. I'm the official, you see? That's all I got this week for the reviews. Now it's time for Remember When with Bowlegs and the Cat.
Meow, meow.
Orderly, this is the Cat. Meow, bitch.
No, Bowlegs, chill.
And this week in November When, we're gonna take you back.
Hey man, hold up. We got to do the clips last week. I'm gonna do it this time. I wanna bring up the greatest Hall of Fame induction of all time.
Oh shit, you mean Austin 09?
Nope.
Shawn Michaels 2011?
Even better.
Flair 2008?
Shit, nigga. Coco Beware. April 4th, 2009.
The bitch, what the fuck?
Roll the clip.
It's so good to be able to walk on the ground than the ground walking on me. And my last thanks goes to the WWE. To share my wrestling talent with all the fans all over the world. Thank you, and God bless the world. Yeah!
This dude wasn't even third in his class. I mean, what was his highest achievement? Shit, the Fink was better than him.
I mean, come on. They made a movie after the man's finisher. Shit, who got that much juice that they make a movie after they finish it? The Ghostbusters.
That bitch. That movie was invented right after the movies came out. I mean, like I said, he's not even third in his class. You got Steamboats, Austin, the Finks, and Watts.
I know my history, nigga.
Anyways, I'm the Cats. This is my homie Bowlegs. Thanks for tuning in to Remember When's.
All right, what do you got for me this week, Walnuts?
All right, Kev. Coming off the big news of the Ultimate Warrior being the first inductee to the Hall of Fame this year, there's no plans of Randy Savage being inducted in this year. But it looks like Paul Bearer is a lock. Also, there's huge speculation that they're going to induct the very first WrestleMania 1 main event in its entirety into the Hall of Fame. So Hogan, Piper, Orndorff, and Mr. T will be collectively put into the Hall of Fame as a match.
So now they're inducting matches.
Yes, and now this just opens up the doors for all kinds of bullshit to happen down the line.
I don't like it, I don't like it. What else is going on?
Alright, TNA has released Jay Bradley and Wes Briscoe. I didn't really think you'd actually give a shit about that, but the big news is, now if you don't want to hear spoilers, just jump ahead to the Meat Twitcher segment. Sting will lose his match next week. And he is done with TNA, so let the WrestleMania 30 rumors begin.
Snap! You ruined it for me because I like to watch the show. But, you know, that was the speculation. I'm like, we're going to finally get him and Taker? Just for the show? He got to come in for, you know, well, hell, it would be, I guess, the Rumble show.
People are like, oh, look at Sting. He looks like garbage.
Yeah.
You know, who cares? Look what they did with RVD. He was doing nothing in TNA. He comes back, they build him up. He's a huge star.
It'll be a huge explosion of if he showed up. The problem is he needs to get in shape. And you know that will be in the rules. You cannot wear your t-shirt. Guaranteed. Okay. What else is happening?
One more thing for you. Purely speculation. They will unify the IC and the US title at the Elimination Chamber for two reasons. One, they want to reestablish the IC belt. Don't burn yourself. They want to establish the IC belt, again, as the #2 belt in the company. And also, they want to establish Big E Langston as that long, sought-after, babyface black guy. Or excuse me, African-American.
Pardon me. I'm glad. Get rid of that US belt. It's shit. My belt was always the IC belt. I loved it every time. Is that it?
That's all I got.
Well, there's one thing left to say. Here's Meat Twitcher!
Bounce that frame like a 6'4" Impala. Make them fools wanna spend their last dollar. Brick house built so tight, I wanna holler. With hips shaking left to right, I gotta thank Allah. Girl, move that thing like it ain't nothing to it. Waves rolling through your body like you in fluid. Booty so bodacious, make me wonder how you grew it. It couldn't look any better if an artist drew it. Middle East flavor with that.
What a Meat Twitcher we had this week, but before we get to that, we want to acknowledge a major award we got this weekend.
Here it is, just came in the mail yesterday.
From Twitter, we got a Twitter award for Best Wrestling Show on Twitter.
So follow us at The 5 Count.
Thank you very much, Twitter. We will proudly display this all the time on our show. Right next to Believes. Congratulations to us, as well as congratulations to Velvet Sky for being a great meat twitcher this week. Looked absolutely excellent. So let's give her due. Cap off. Right there, she got a 12 total. I like my line there. Thank you. So that's it. That's your show for this week. Nice and quick. If you want to follow us on all of our social crap and everything, you want to go to the5count.com. That's the number 5 for all of your wrestling needs. And remember, when things are tough and things are trying, just remember, together we're assholes. And we'll see you next Tuesday. It's the 5 count. The 5 count. I'm Cab Manning.
I'm Fausty Wellness.
This is all purely speculation.
The 5 count.
But he checks it and now, oh boy. Cross the left hand. He hasn't moved out of the way completely. Welcome to my world, bitch! Oh!